why hello. You want to hear it? It ruined my life. All right, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe. See you. I'm just kidding. I think yeah, we can all agree on that, but that's not the reason. That's not what it is. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Emma Jean, and I'm currently a student going through an Xray tech program. I'd like to explain to you about how COVID affected my program. If you're interested, keep watching. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. I feel like a lot of people ask me how I'm going through school, if I'm going through school on the internet, like not in person. So I want to explain to you what has been going on through me and with my program. And I'm actually very, very fortunate that it has still been going, because I have heard things about people pausing their program, or they're not having the experience that they want, as in they're not being able to be in person. Clinics are difficult. Maybe they're on a pause for that too, or maybe it's a lab. So that's what I wanted to touch base on. So I wanted to make this video because I have a lot of people ask me my school status, or how I'm going to school with this whole pandemic thing going on, if it's been on pause, or if I'm not meeting in person, things like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is I feel like most of my program is in person. And I'm saying this because we have lab that's in person, we have lecture that's in person, and we also do clinic in person. So I am very, very fortunate and grateful that I'm able to experience this in person again, because I'm a very hands-on person, as many people are. If I were to learn this online, I think it would be very difficult, and I wouldn't be getting the full experience that I would be wanting to get my certification or my license. We do meet online once a week, and this is more of the classes that are like for patient care or fundamentals of healthcare, classes like that. So it's not the really heavy classes like principles or procedures. Those are done in person, which I'm really glad they are. The classes that are done online are more of the, I would say, easier classes, or the classes that complement the other ones, if that makes sense, or a more complement clinic. I'm really glad for that too, because I feel like it kind of gives me a break to be at home and catch up on my work too. And I also just get to be home, so I get to at least be at home and do things like clean, because I'm so busy. I need to clean, maybe do some laundry in between. And I'm also grateful for that, because I know that in the past it has all been in person. So for at least once a week to be online is great. They have mentioned that in the future they will have my Wednesdays, which are my online days, to be in person. We're still seeing how that will go, but as for now, we're still going to be online for that once a week. I will also mention that for 2 weeks, we were fully online, because we did have a couple of our students like in our program actually get COVID. So my program director was the one to make a decision that we'll have this week to be online, see how things go. If we'll have it online for another week, I will let you know. Even though it was online, I don't prefer it, because I feel like I do have a hard time concentrating. I need the teacher to be right in front of me to be speaking. If I'm online, I have distractions. I have, my fur babies here. I just don't know. I just can't concentrate as well. Just being on a screen, it makes me tired. My eyes are tired. I feel like I'm slouching. My posture is horrible. I would just rather be in person. I think most people would agree with me. I have taken online classes before, and it's pretty difficult. You have to put a lot of motivation into it. And it's just so weird. Sometimes the connection is horrible. You can't hear them sometimes. You all know the drill. We've all gone through those Zoom meetings or Zoom conferences where we have such difficulty with connection. But for the ability of our teachers or the program director to be able to change that depending on the circumstances of the students in the program is really great. They were all really looking out for us to make sure that we are safe, make sure it's not spreading. So I did appreciate that they did put us online for a couple of weeks, just so those who are sick can recover and we won't be spreading it towards each other, because we are together and we are kind of in close proximity. Even though we have our mask on and everything like that, we are in one space together for multitude of hours, and I thought it was a great call for them to make that decision. Another thing for the reason of Wednesday classes to be online is because there's a lot of people. It's not just from my program, they're from different ones of allied health. So it could be like occupational therapy, respiratory therapy is in there too. So to have all of those people in one space is going to be way too much, which is why I understand why they have those classes online still as of now. Another thing I'm also grateful for is that the students before me, and I only know this because at clinic we do work with the second year students, they actually had to do lab online. Lab is the one with procedures, so it's hands-on. You are with the instructor in class and you work with the machine. Obviously it doesn't expose, but you work with it to simulate as if there was a patient, and we practice on each other for different positionings of different body parts of the body. A told me that they did that online, and I asked them how, like, did they watch videos and stuff? And they sure did. And they would watch videos and listen. For their exams, they had to type in what they would do as if they were in person simulating an exam. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Because for me, that's the hardest thing. I would rather do it and show you what I know rather than type it out. I don't know. I feel like it could be taken the wrong way too, but I wouldn't know because I didn't do it like that. They said it wasn't that bad, but I'm just so glad I'm able to do it in person because I want to be as hands-on as I would want to be. I get to be hands-on in lab, and I also get to be hands-on in clinic. For them, they were only able to be hands-on for clinic. So that's a huge difference, I think. It makes me feel happy because they would tell me how lucky we are that we're able to be in person for lab because they had to watch videos, type everything out online. So it's all online. Again, I do not prefer being online and doing any of that stuff. But again, what can you do when it's COVID? Because when you're in lab, you are in close proximity with another person because you are going to put them in position of the exam. You're going to be close to the teacher too, because obviously they are going to come up and watch you and examine you, write down points that they're going to dock off, grade you. I would say that COVID didn't really affect us that much. I would say in a sense that yes, we do need to be distanced. We have to wear a mask. There was a point where I would say about 3 weeks, I think, where they did lift it because at our school, we are required to have our vaccinations. So it made sense that if we're all vaccinated and no one's getting sick or there's no cases at our school, that we can all not wear a mask anymore. Of course, you still have the choice to still wear it if you don't feel comfortable to not have your mask or for your own reasons. Maybe you have a sick one at home, you have an immune suppressed system, whatever the reason is, you can still wear a mask. It's not that, oh, you don't, like, you need to not wear it, but more that you have the choice if you want to wear it or not. And I did like that because it made sense. Of course, that didn't really last long because it became flu season and then people started getting sick and then the variants came up. So we went back to wearing a mask, and that extended, the time of that extended. That's it. And I'm wondering how it is for those who are in the program right now or at the moment that you did it during COVID time. I'm interested to see how it affected you. If you are more in my case where you're mostly in person, but you maybe have a few classes online where because there's an involvement of more students, or you were maybe in the case of the students like the second year ones of who took the classes or who were in the program last year where it was mostly online and the only thing that they did in person was clinic. So let me know. I definitely want to hear what your guys' input is. Again, if you have any questions about my program or how I'm doing things, maybe how long I'm in classes or what my days look like, feel free to message me, feel free to comment on this video, and I will love to comment back and talk to you all about it. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you again in my next one.